It was wildly different from one region to the next. Italy under the Ostrogoths was, by the standards of the day, remarkably well run. Theoderic kept the Roman Senate where it was, kept the Roman civil service intact, governed through Roman law, put Romans into administrative posts, and kept the infrastructure going at the same level that genuinely startled people watching at the time. And we know this in real detail because of a man named Cassiodorus, a Roman senator who worked for Theodoric and wrote the king's official correspondence in a style you'd swear came straight from Augustus. We're not guessing here either. The whole collection of his letters, the Verii, actually survive. You can sit and read the Ostrogothic government talking in flawless Roman bureaucratic Latin, arranging grain shipments and aqueduct repairs as though Augustus himself were still signing off on the paperwork. Same titles, same formulas, same basic assumption that Roman order was simply how things were done. Theodoric had grasped something that a lot of conquerors never do, which is that the system was worth far more than the territory. You don't burn the whole thing down that you've just inherited. You keep it running. Southern Gaul went most the same way. The Rhone and the Saône were still working as trade highways. Massilia was still a live port, and the bishops were still keeping civic life going through the Roman administrative networks they'd inherited. The infrastructure was scaled down, but it was still genuinely infrastructure. Northern Gaul is where it starts to look different. The Rhine frontier had been the very edge of the empire. So when the empire pulled inward, the frontier pulled in right along with it. The Franks who'd moved into northern Gaul were a good deal less Romanized than the Visigoths were. Their law codes leaned more tribal. Their way of governing was far more personal. And a king's authority basically came down to whatever he could enforce in person, rather than anything written into a legal framework run by trained officials. Britain is the extreme of the whole spectrum. The cultural collapse there was unlike anything else in the post-Roman